PDC World Champions final, or can Robert Thornton and Adrian Lewis get the job done this afternoon? First to 16 for a place in the final of the Grand Slam of darts. Scott Waits loves this tournament, won a final, lost a final, on the verge of another final, and for Robert Thornton, hoping to reach his first here at Wolverhampton. Should be a terrific 3 or 4 hours of darts, John Park.
It really should, and I think this first match will be electric because the pace will be there, the darts will be there. Almost identical finishing stats for these guys. 117 attempts each, 40 hit for Thornton, 41 for Waits. And the averages on the scoring look pretty much the same, you know, and they're just going to play. I've seen a lot of gamesmanship in the matches I've covered and this week, but this is going to be the opposite. It's going to be just bang, bang, bang.
Yeah, proper darts. Great respect from both players towards each other. It's all about reaching 16 legs to come back at 7 o'clock tonight for the final.
Well, now, I wasn't saying that the other style of sort of gamesmanship and thinking, that is proper darts as well in a way. It's proper pro darts. It's being able to stand up there with the big boys and handle the pressure. And if you're forced to pause, you can still recompose. That's another thing that's enjoyable about the game. But here, I think we'll see just all out score, 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 and quick finishing.
91.
First little session, always important in a match of this distance.
140.
Good darts. Of course, we'll all be at the Ali Pali, won't we? For the World Championships for the Sid Waddell Trophy on the 13th of December.
And it starts like halfway through December, so Christmas comes early. I love that about it.
Well,
Thornton,
require 120.
I think, still in the practice room. Dominant opening leg from Scott Waits. Can he finish it off?
Well, it is Scott's throw,
65.
and you know, you can afford it. Robert's not too concerned as long as he gets a good start the next leg. He's sort of taking the mulligan, as it were. Oh, a little late pressure here, though. Maybe he didn't like the way Scott approached that last out.
57.
So Topsy needs. Now there's pressure.
47.
Well, Scott Waits had this problem against Ted Hankey. He missed a lot of doubles early on.
Yeah, I think on the second dart, it's tops for Thornton. Good double to steal, really. I mean, he was nowhere, and he's won, and it's a break. Big leg. But as we're talking about warming up, Scott's second dart at double, the double 10 dart. I think I saw his flight actually brought it back too far and hit under the eye, and it kind of moved the dart a bit, and then that obviously affects the follow-through.
It's all changed, though, hasn't it, John? 140, 82 out, 140, and all of a sudden Robert Thornton is in this game.
$137.
Well, against Tony O'Shea, he may have missed 35 darts at doubles, the Scot, but it was the important doubles really that O'Shea missed throughout the game. 16-6 scoreline tells you that Thornton was hitting the key doubles in the important legs, and ultimately that's what cost Tony O'Shea.
Yeah, sometimes you play up there more instead of being businesslike. You're almost like a fan of your darts, fan of the game, and at crucial moments you're thinking, like, I hope I get it, instead of just being as aggressive as you need to be.
100.
It can be very hard, and we see Robert's release. He's getting into the flow. A good snapping action to a straight arm, and that's the way you really want to do it.
100.
Arm fully extended at the end of the throw. It's the best method there is. Actually, if you're pointing at the board, that's one way to get yourself into that habit if you're starting out there.
123. Scott, you require 123.
To try and break back. Treble 18 will stay there.
92.
Well, he took out
Robert, you require
82
98.
in 2 darts to win the opening leg of this semi-final. How about 98? Oh, double 12.
86. Scott, you require.
Well, I didn't want to give that
32.
break opportunity straight back. So it's an easy double 16 for Scott.
In charge with second leg. Scott waits. Third leg, Scott the throw first. Game on.
And when I arrived here at the venue just before 10:30, Scott Waite's already here, the only man here. And on the practice board, early preparation.
45.
Do you prepare differently for a game of this length than, say, for best of 19 or in the group stages, best of 9?
Over time, you learn as you get older, you throw less. You just don't want to wear yourself out, but you do want to get warmed up. You want to establish your focus in all the doubles and scoring for a bit. You need to do some basics, but you won't stay on the board and keep pounding it for hours on end, because you know you have a long match and you maybe have another match later in the day. So it's a physical machine, and it will break down if you overuse it. I think the younger guys, the 20s and the 30s,
66.
don't worry so much about it. They probably throw a lot.
You tend to get to the venues later rather than earlier, don't you?
81.
Well, yeah, I like that because I like to feel fresh mentally, and I find that I can get a bit stale if I'm around a venue too long beforehand. I get maybe too chatty with people, have a little laugh and that, and forget why I'm there. Then try and click back into why I'm there, is trying to play darts, and not always can.
Well, Robert Thornton clicking all right with the first of the match, the first of many, I'm sure. Are we going to have 3 consecutive
85.
breaks of throw at
Robert,
the
you
start
require
of
150.
this semi-final? And that was a poor last dart from Waits as well.
$99. Scott, you require 153.
I don't think we were figuring on all breaks to start this match, but looking like it could happen, and probably will after that missed start. He needed 2 trebles to a double. Those big
60.
can
Robert,
be
you
lethal, but they're
require
harder
60.
when you need to save with one rather than try and steal with one, because you're more aggressive when you're trying to steal. It's double 8 for Robert. Double 4.
Game showing the third leg.
A well-composed dart. Didn't rush it.
Fourth leg. Robert the throw first. Game on.
You have to applaud that poise, because it is a little nervy early in the match, and especially the way it's gone with all the breaks, you're just a little extra nervy. I wouldn't say nervous, but a little edge.
It was interesting to hear Scott Waits talking pre-match about
100.
finishing between 115 and 120, and the person who does that better will win the game. And the Thornton, for me, is right up there with those sort of finishes.
Well, yeah, they both are, and I think most
99.
players look at those finishes, because a lot of the time those finishes are for the 12 dart legs, or in some cases the 15 to hold your throw, and not give a guy a chance on an easier break. So they are key, and if you get like 4 to 5 of them in a match of this length, you're going to be in pretty good shape.
Yep, you're going to be close to the
60.
finishing line. 16 legs. Taylor against Lewis to come. Day 9, finals day at the Grand Slam here in Wolverhampton. The 7th year.
91.
3 world champions and a world master in the semi-finals. Taylor looking for Grand Slam title number 5. For Waits, number 2.
140.
Lewis and Thornton hoping to win it for the first time.
and hoping to hold his throw for the first time. He has another turn after this, and he should be pretty good. Pretty well set.
130.
I'd say that's pretty well set. Tops left and Scott at 202. So Thornton looking very good to hold the first leg of the match. His first leg of the match to hold. A little reminder that you better not miss. Robert thinking not likely. Double 10.
20.
It's funny how those 180s can shake you sometimes.
Yeah,
it's one way or the other. It either shake you or just make you hit your double.
The 180 did the trick. Can he finish the leg?
Well, it's an awkward double 11 now.
11 score.
He's trying to squeeze it past that first dart, which
Robert,
could have been a good
require
marker, but
20.
it looked like it was maybe in his thoughts and blocking him more than helping. It's double 10 though to rescue the leg.
Charm of full flag.
Well, could be important.
Fifth leg, Scott to throw first.
Somehow,
Game on.
finally, the first hold of throw in this semi-final.
58.
Well, Waits touched on their only previous meeting, which came here 12 months ago in the last 16 of the Grand Slam. Waits won that 10-8. It was a cracker, if memory serves me right. With darts just like that. They both averaged 103 in that last 16 clash. There were 12 180s, and it was pretty good. This is warming up, bubbling up nicely, isn't it?
Well, certainly there will be streaks, you would figure, especially we've seen some breaks, so that's an indication there will be more breaks later, which will probably be in, you know, run of wins of legs of 3 or 4 either way. And you see some really good darts when a guy gets on a hot run, and that's what we look forward to.
59.
Well, Thornton here, 6 darts. Well, he may need them now, but this is for another break, maybe.
41.
Let off for Waits. We shall see.
Well, perhaps the last leg on his mind, missing the 22. But, it's treble 20 needed. He'll be happy with a ton now. Yeah, single 20 leaves him tops. He's left double 10. That's okay. Scott can't do much. Maybe he'll try and hit another 180. No, he figures that didn't work the last time, leaving 22. Maybe he should have left 32 by going for the bull last time, he's thinking now.
Robert, you require 20.
Big moments in this semi-final. And a big dart for the Scot, Robert Thornton. He knows how important that is early on. He's a double breaker. He's 4-1 up on the Lakeside World Champion. Thornton 4. Waits 1 on finals day at the Grand Slam.